Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Mr. Robin's Hood Podcast, episode 89, titled New/Ancient Zodiac. And no, we aren't talking about serial murders in the San Francisco Bay Area this time. I'm your host, Robin Hohweiler, or Mr. Robin to you. And I'm joined, as always, by my fabulous co-host, whose skills at reading between the lines of horoscopes is without peer. Mikel Mauree Robinson, known throughout the astrology podcasting uni as Mikey-on-the-Mic. We're coming to you digitally from Studio C, across from hole number 2 of the Woodward Municipal Golf Course in Woodward, Oklahoma.
And what a sight it is.
And as you can tell, I'm still having issues with friggin' cameras. But we'll get...
It's just not in the stars today.
It's
Mr. Robin.
Very good.
You're welcome.
We'll get it figured out at some point. Yeah, I can switch back and forth the cameras here. Say hello to our audience of aspiring astrologers, Mikey.
Well, hello there. And I'm excited as a aspiring astrologer myself to be talking to you about the new ancient zodiac and just zodiac in general, because that'll come in, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that.
So today we are deep diving into an article that was published back in early January in the Daily Mail Online by Ruth Walker, the U.S. Books editor, and is based on a book by Graham Phillips titled The Original Zodiac. The article claims that the familiar 12-sign zodiac may have evolved from a much older 18-sign system rooted in ancient Mesopotamia. The 2,600-year-old cuneiform tablet and carvings in I knew I was going to stumble over Gobekli Tepe.
I can't help you.
Yo, you know what?
I'm just going to let you drown over there.
I just watched one of those alien episodes,
Yeah.
and they were all over this. Gobekli Tepe. There we go. Are cited as evidence suggesting an earlier animal-based zodiac. The system assigns personality traits, compatibility patterns to 18 animal signs spanning the calendar year.
What's interesting, though, if we talk about the zodiac we know today or the Chinese zodiac, is the Chinese zodiac is based on animals already.
Yeah.
But the zodiac that we're familiar with, some of them are represented by animals. Cancer is a crab, and Aries is a ram, Taurus is a bull, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
You are. What are you? You're just some freak in a jacket.
And
what's a Libra? It's a person, isn't it?
Well, no, it's scales. Because we're supposed to be balanced and judgmental and
judgy Judgerton over here. I bet you there's a lot of people judging you for that ridiculous hat, but
I love this hat.
I love it too. I love it, but I know some people are probably like over there judging, like, look at Mr. Robin and his freak hat. I think it's baller.
Yeah,
anyway,
we got a wild cat roaming around in here.
Yeah.
Right now it's ignoring us because we're talking loudly, so
he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like that. The core claims in the article come from a stone tablet in the British Museum that indicates the zodiac once had 18 signs. Mesopotamian astronomy did influence the zodiac. Ancient sky traditions included more constellations than the 12 used today. However, there is no scholarly consensus supporting a standardized 18-sign zodiac.
I've seen where they have said this was new. Whenever Mr. Robin was like, hey, check this article out from the Daily Mail, his favorite thing to get news from, which now it's becoming quickly mine as well. he said 18 signs is what they're talking about. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I've heard of 13. I am a true believer that we should have 13 months. The moon cycle is 13. Why we should live by the moon cycle. And we don't. That's why we're all screwy. But this is my personal opinion. Disclaimer, there is going to be a lot of Mikey's own personal thoughts here today. So anyway.
So the Gobekli Tepe connection. Animal carvings at Gobekli Tepe helped identify the missing signs. And by the way, if you're that guy on Ancient Aliens, the guy that looks like he's
the
always
one with
blowing
the kind of
coke,
crazy hair, and he's like real excited about talking about aliens,
So,
as you should be, really. But
anyway,
I know that.
I swear that before we're done with this episode, I'll get it right. Giorgio, I think is his name. The animal carvings at Gobekli Tepe helped identify the missing signs. Gobekli Tepe, which dates back to 9600 BCE or before Common Era, is the secular way of what they now, or what a lot of people call before Christ, BC. And it took me a while to get that down, but BCE is before Common Era. And anyway, so the site of Gobekli Tepe includes animal carvings. Their meaning is debated, whether it's ritualistic, symbolic, or mythological. There is no established link to zodiac systems. Humans have always mapped meaning onto the stars and animals.
Why do you think that is? What's your personal take on why you think that is? I know now I'm interviewing you.
Well, no, because I think humans have always, they're always looking for some deep meaning to life and just their mere existence, and it's easy to put that onto, kind of project that onto animals, I think. And then if you can sit out at night and you look at the stars and you can associate some animal with the stars, yeah, I could see how that could happen. Well,
interesting.
So for his book, the guy did he was doing personality traits derived from a survey. He surveyed 400 volunteers to match personality patterns with signs. And we're going to kind of run through those and see if you think you match up with yours. I sure as hell don't match up with mine.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Now, he has critics.
As you would. I mean,
and part of that is the small sample size. Apparently,
that was
critics want more than 400 people.
That was literally my first thought. Like, well, that's not a lot of people to be basing that off of. Yeah. But he probably did with what he had, and here we are.
Yeah.
Plus, he's talking about 18 zodiac signs. This is brand new. There's probably a lot of people like, screw off, dude. What are you even saying? I don't got time for your baloney.
And then the other criticism was that it was self-reported traits. So I guess that he just kind of threw those traits out, and
people decided it was theirs.
That was going to be a valid, study.
But he threw the traits out, and then he had the people like write their birthday and then circle the traits that they felt like were them. And then that's how he came up with it. Is that what
I guess?
That what I'm getting? Okay, well, if you had 400 volunteers that actually like are self-aware, that would probably be all right, though. I mean, I feel like I could tell you a couple of my traits and be confident in that they're not my traits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Same for you, right? Because you just said, that ain't me, so you obviously know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, no, and we're going to get to that.
Okay.
You'll see what I mean. He also took some criticism because there was a risk of confirmation bias. This guy, I guess some of his critics felt that he was doing a study with an end in sight, and he was driving those traits to reach that end, if that makes sense.
Clear as mud.
Okay. And most importantly, it was not peer reviewed.
Which that in the that community, the scientific community or whatever you would call it,
Yeah.
that's kind of like a deal breaker, I feel like. Which I don't know, because I'm like, what does my peers know? But they know more than we give them credit, I'm sure. And kind of having that backing of people in your community, I think makes a big difference. Not that I really care, because I think this is a cool thing either way. Peer review it or not, I'm down.
Yeah. And Mikey is one of those people.
Where's he going with this?
Just like me, that, every day we go through the horoscopes. In fact, we
haven't done that today.
We have an app on our phones, and we compare them.
Should we give the app a drop?
Yeah, why not?
It's called CoStar,
Mm-hmm.
and it was designed by NASA.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Robbins learning new stuff today. Yeah, it was designed by NASA, and it's really actually cool. It's the coolest, horoscope app that I found.
Yeah. So if you have any interest at all, we would highly recommend CoStar. And we're not getting paid to say that.
No, this is a free drop because we love it so much.
So moving on, the structure of the 18-sign zodiac. Unlike a traditional zodiac, the system uses wild animal archetypes such as spider, which the big traits for that is creativity and independence. Aurochs, which, by the way, I had to look that one up.
Yeah. I didn't know what that one was.
They were huge bovines that roamed Europe and Western Asia. They stood 6 feet at the shoulder, and their significance in the ancient zodiac was leadership and determination. I wonder if that replaced the bull.
Well, that's what I was
Taurus, the bull.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. That kind of that one kind of reminds me of the bull in the current zodiac. That's what we'll call it, the current zodiac.
Current zodiac. Modern zodiac. Let's see. Serpent, that's your favorite always.
Yes.
Wisdom and intuition.
Right.
Lioness, which they assigned the traits creativity and confidence. And the swan for emotional depth. Eagle for vision and courage. And fox for adaptability and cunning.
But there's more than just those, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's just a few.
And
okay.
We've got them
in here.
On the paper there. So you want to...
I'll pull it up so we can refer to it. Oh, okay. This is all of them here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, here it goes. Oh, that's what they say is the bovine.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
The auroch.
So each sign includes personality traits, career tendencies, weaknesses, and compatibility matches. And this mirrors modern astrology frameworks.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So why people find this compelling? Why would you say people find this compelling?
Well, yeah, because I think, like we mentioned before, the animals symbolize human traits that humans easily recognize. And I think it's and they probably have throughout all of human history, and it's just because I think people needed to something to latch onto and explain, their existence more than anything. I think is what that's about.
Well, I feel like there is a connection that one finds with the, natural world and animals being included in that. Probably being the most connected to because they are similar in the way that they have kind of the same needs we do: water, food, air, in kind of the same sense as us. And they're roaming around living their best or worst life depending on their choices, right?
Mhm.
Same difference. And, um, you know, why we have them living in our houses with us. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that kind of dates back to even.
And I think another reason that people find this compelling is that, and like I mentioned before, it's the personality identity appeal. People enjoy systems that explain who they are. Um, so if you have existential questions, there you go.
Right.
There are your answers.
I also think the another thing to me that's compelling towards the zodiac in any of its forms, whether it be what we're talking about here in the 18, the modern zodiac, the Chinese zodiac, even whenever I saw that there should be a 13th one, right? In before this one, which was just saying, like, the common zodiac, there was an extra one, and then kind of the dates were moved around a little bit, right?
Hmm.
But I find it compelling in the sense too that, um, when you're reading a horoscope, whether it be from CoStar or what other app, um, there is sometimes that eerie similarity or how it kinda hits the nail on the head, and it's like, how did whoever wrote that know that? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'm always, like, intrigued by that. Or sometimes you read something and it's like, "You know what? That's what I needed to hear today. Thank you, horoscope." Or, "Wow, horoscope just, stuck it to me." Like, they just put the knife and turned and you know what I mean, based on what they say. But anyhow, I I pine at wanting to read the horoscope every day. It's something I look forward to. I'm like, "What's tomorrow gonna bring in the horoscope?" So I
Uh,
feel like there's, that's part of what compels me. It's
yeah.
just.
Well, plus we always compare our co-stars and then make little comments
Mhm.
along about them. So it's kind of fun to do, and it
Yeah, and
gives
the
you
other day
something to look forward to.
yeah, and the other day there he had gotten one, like, in the beginning of February, like, around the 8th or something. And they always on CoStar, it, like, has kinda, like, your headline for the day, and then it kind of, um, goes through a little wrap, right? Well, like, 2 weeks later, I get the same thing,
Yeah.
right? The same headline, and I was like, "Wow, that seems really weirdly familiar," and I'm, like, searching back through all of our texts, which I will say took a long hell of a long time.
Yeah.
Just for
Yeah.
2 weeks, I'm like, "Good God." But I found it, and I pointed it out to Mr. Robin. I'm like, "Dude, isn't that weird that you got that same, you know, headline, and then I turn around and get it 2 weeks later?" I'm like, "We don't believe in coincidences, so we know it wasn't that, but what it means, I don't know. Maybe it's something we both needed to hear. Who knows?" I don't even remember what it said now, but it was something kind of lighthearted.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a bad thing, but
Yeah.
it was interesting. So anyway.
And the other reason that I feel people find this compelling is what he termed the ancient authority effect. Ancient origins lend credibility and mystique. So there's kind of a psychological bend to this. I mean, people need that, I think, to a degree. So there's a very existential sort of piece in all of this, and that's why this goes back to whatever it was, 9600 BCE. Obviously, there's something there that people need and want, and I know you're way too young to remember who Jean Dixon is.
Yeah, it might be. For some reason, the name kind of rings a
She
bell,
was a
but
really famous astrologer,
okay.
and
I'm gonna obsess about her now and learn everything about her. So next time I'll know everything.
well, and she was Ronald Reagan's astrologer while he was
Oh,
president. And there
interesting.
was
The president has an astrologer?
he did. I don't know about anybody else.
I would wait, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna stop there while I'm ahead. Anyway, should we?
Okay, so we move then into scientific and historical critique. And I really thought it was kind of interesting when I was reading through this. I admittedly, I've never really thought of astrology as having any scientific basis whatsoever.
Oh yeah, it definitely does though, huh?
But this guy actually, he makes the argument that it does. And certainly a historical sort of element. The Mesopotamian astronomy is influenced or did influence Zodiac astrological traditions. So this goes all the way back thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Well, we've been having a lot of like planets aligning and some pretty rare happenstances out there in the good old universe and in the stars. Have you been following any of that?
Only when the shit falls in on me.
Oh, okay.
And then I come to you and I say, what's going on? And
the shit falls in on me a lot.
She'll say, well, this planet's aligning with this.
We're about to enter retrograde, Mercury retrograde.
Here we go. Mercury retrograde. It's always a bad thing.
I always have to prepare for it. But no, we have. And some of these are like kind of rare things, like not going to happen for another 30 to 60 years or something like that. And there's something to be said for that. I won't go because we'd go off like the deep end of lots of different stuff if I allowed myself to continue with that. But I feel like why I brought that up is kind of the scientific part because I think that there's a correlation between these things happening and science, in other words. I think there's science in everything, and especially baking, and I'm really bad at that science. So now you all know. Cat's out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag. Anyway.
What is speculative is a unified 18-sign zodiac.
We need to talk about each one.
Okay.
Is this the time we should do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because he mentioned a few. But I know if I was on the other side of this podcast, I'd be like, you guys, I need to know. And I'd be like Googling and I'd quit listening because I'd be Googling. So we need to read these off so people know. Okay, so the spider is March 21st through April 9th. And that's what I am, the spider. Yeah. In this little snippet, it says that spiders are independent and inventive. Spider weaves ideas into tangible creations, visionary yet practical. They excel in design, engineering, and entrepreneurship. However, they can be mistrustful or overly self-reliant. Most compatible with the Mouflon, right? Did I say that right? Mouflon?
Yeah.
The serpent, and the crane, who appreciate their creativity and balance their solitary streak, right? The aurochs, which is the ones, Ms. Roman was talking about. They're April 10th through May 3rd. And they're strong-willed leaders with unwavering determination. Aurochs inspire loyalty and confidence, practical and steady. They thrive in management, politics, or strategy, yet they can be stubborn or controlling. Compatible with the lioness, the wolf, and the horse, who ground and energize them in equal measure. The Mouflon, which isn't that's an actual type of mountain type goat thing. Right?
Oh, okay.
We looked that up.
No idea.
I
didn't
looked
look that up. Did you look?
I looked that up.
Oh, okay.
I had to, because that's what Brett falls in this. It's May 4th through May 21st. And they are said to be, see?
Yep.
So, dreamers and visionaries. Mouflons are imaginative and deeply intuitive. They excel in art, writing, and counseling, but may struggle with indecision or escapism. Their creativity flourishes with the spider. There you go. The fish and the crane, who appreciate emotional intelligence and shared imagination. The vulture, May 22nd through June 10th. Strategic and fair-sighted vultures plan with precision and thrive in analysis, investigation, or leadership. Their caution keeps them safe, but overthinking can paralyze them. They're most compatible with the scorpion, the fox, the crayfish, who respect their tactical mind and adventurous spirit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd want to go through life being known as a vulture.
Right. The gazelle, June 11th through July 1st. Actually, I think vultures are really freaking cool, actually. They're amazing little creatures. I mean, they can eat anything. Their stomach will just, they're out there eating dead animals. What's worse than that? There's a vulture at the Kansas Wildlife Exhibit that I'm in love with. He is the coolest thing since sliced bread, just saying. But anyway, so the gazelle, again, June 11th, July 1st, graceful, resourceful, and daring. Gazelles leap toward opportunity with charm and ingenuity. They shine in performance, travel, or business, but risk impulsivity or inconsistency. Compatible with the horse, the swallow, and the eagle, who admire their courage and vitality. The serpent, July 2nd through July 20th. Wise and intuitive, serpents read people easily and guide others with insight. They succeed in psychology, healing, or diplomacy. However, secrecy or manipulation can cloud their wisdom, best matched with the spider, the fish, and the scorpion, who value their depth and perception. The crayfish, July 21st through August 10th. Logical, patient, and strategic. Crayfish excel at planning and problem solving. They thrive in law, research, and science. Sometimes too cautious or detached, they need flexibility, compatible with the vulture, the wolf, and the crane, who appreciate their calm intellect.
And they're good eating.
Yeah. The lioness, August 11th through August 30th. Creative and confident. Lionesses lead with warmth and vision. They flourish in art, leadership, or design, yet pride or perfectionism may hinder them. Best with the aurochs, the goat, and the horse, who admire their passion and strength. Okay. The swan, August 31st through September 20th. Graceful and sensitive, swans conceal deep emotions beneath a calm surface. They excel in healing, music, or hospitality, but can be withdrawn or moody. Compatible with the fish, the mouflon, and the serpent, who understands their emotional depths. The crane, September 21st through October 11th. Resilient and innovative, cranes turn scarcity into success. Calm in crisis, they excel in logistics, innovation, or emergency work. Overwork or anxiety can unbalance them. Compatible with the spider, the mouflon, and the crayfish, who value their inventive spirit. The Scorpion. And some of these kind of cross over the normal. Like, isn't November...
Yeah.
The
Scorpio.
The Scorpio. So, I mean, some of these kind of fall in line a little bit. Yeah.
Seem to be shorter.
They are, yeah, for sure, because there's like 18 of them, so they'd have to be, but yeah. October 12th through November 4th. Mysterious and protective. Scorpions blend adaptability with fierce loyalty. They excel in investigation, research, or defense. See, this sounds a little bit more like you. You sound more like this.
Do I?
Yeah, but you're close enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, to me, this one sounds a little more like you. Possessiveness. That is kind of you, but not.
What?
He's like, what are you saying? I mean, you have the tendencies of that, but you don't actually deliver it. Does that make sense? Now he's judging me for judging him. I didn't mean it in a bad way. It'd be bad if you delivered it. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, he just doesn't understand my emotional depth right now. Anyway, or secrecy can be their downfall. Compatible with the vulture, the serpent, and the wolf, who appreciate their strength and their complexity. The horse, November 5th through November 24th. Adventurous yet grounded. Horses explore with courage and practicality. They shine in travel, consulting, or education, but may become restless or impatient. Compatible with the gazelle, the lioness, and the aurochs, who balance their dynamic nature. Mm-hmm. Great horse noises. Hold on, I gotta get through all this. Okay. The goat. November 25th through December 12th.
Great barbecued, by the way.
Disciplined and visionary. Goats combine hard work with humility. They thrive in management, engineering, or leadership. Overwork or self-doubt may slow them down, compatible with the lioness, the wolf, and the eagle, who share their drive for achievement. The wolf, December 13th through December 23rd. Analytical and loyal, wolves solve problems with logic and persistence. They succeed in science, medicine, or law. Emotional distance or skepticism may isolate them. Compatible with the aurochs, the crayfish, and the goat, who appreciate their steady intellect. The fish, December 24th through January 14th. Empathetic and creative, fish connect deeply with others. They excel in healing, music, or caregiving, yet emotional overwhelm can cloud their clarity. Best with the mouflon, the serpent, and the swan, who share emotional depth and compassion. And the swallow. Wait, is that the last one? No, it's not. I don't think. Yeah, no, this isn't the last one. I'm like, I think this started sometime in March. Anyway, okay, the swallow, January 15th to February 7th. Romantic and lively, swallows enchant others with their stories and passion. They thrive in entertainment, teaching, or travel. Prone to nostalgia or dramatics, they need grounding, compatible with the gazelle, the fox, and the eagle, who embrace their zest for life.
Piss me off when they build their nests up under my porch.
Yes. The
mud nest.
The eagle, February 8th through March 1st. Bold and visionary, eagles soar towards goals with courage and intuition. They excel in leadership, exploration, or aviation. Impatience or intensity can challenge them, compatible with the gazelle, the goat, and the swallow, who admire their strength and daring. And the fox, March 2nd through March 20th. Clever and adaptable, foxes take bold risks that often lead to success. They shine in business, politics, or innovation. Impulsivity or cunning may backfire, compatible with the vulture, the horse, and the swallow, who respect their wit and resilience. So that's all. That's the rundown of them.
Do you think people would switch signs, or if this became the more acceptable, do you think that they would switch signs or defend their original?
Ooh, I think there would be a lot of defending the original.
Yeah.
But also, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. But also, I think that they would find a little bit of embrace into the new, but I don't know that they would fully just like accept it, because for so long, they've been, what they are in today's Zodiac. So for me, I'm like, I think this is amazing. I'm going to embrace it, but there's still a part of me that's like, but I'm a Ram.
Yeah, and I can't. I applied the Oklahoma front porch test to this, as we called it.
That's
And
great.
I can't see, I know some people would say, I'm a gazelle, not a Gemini. That ain't happening. So, but I kind of appreciate being a crane, the ribeye of the sky.
The ribeye of the sky, yeah.
Yeah.
I think cranes are I've got this kind of obsession with birds anyway. I think birds are fascinating.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I had a cockatiel. His name was Phoebe, which was, I have no idea why I named my bird Phoebe. That was a boy, but anyway, I named the girl one a boy name, and I guess that was just me projecting my own name because I have a boy name to most everybody in the world. But anyway, he was the coolest thing. And I found myself just intrigued with birds. And like, if I see a crane, I get excited. I'm like, oh, look, so I think I appreciate you being the crane as well. And I like spiders. I'm not even mad about that. I think spiders are cool.
So when we line up the more modern astrological framework, take the Chinese and throw it on top, and now add the ancient, you would be an Aries snake spider.
That sounds kind of terrifying. And you should all be scared.
And I'm a Libra dog crane. And somewhere out there, there's a million women going, oh, he's a dog, all right.
I don't know that that's a good thing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, you dirty dog, I was like,
bragging about it. So the bottom line here is the article, which is based on this book, presents an intriguing reinterpretation of ancient symbolism, but you got to keep in mind it's rooted loosely in historical astronomy and relies heavily on modern interpretation.
So what they got this information from wasn't the British Museum. Are they just now getting around to being able to read the text that was on there, or?
I think so. That was kind of the impression I got. They found that tablet in Gobekli Tepe in the late 1800s, and it said it had been sitting around in the British Museum, and it could very well be that nobody
gave it the
time or just didn't understand it or whatever. But they kind of got around to it, and then this fellow that wrote the book,
Graham Phillips.
Thank you, Graham Phillips.
The original Zodiac.
Yeah, he really dug down into this, and so you're having to accept a lot of what he says, what his interpretations are, as fact. And if you're willing to do that, and maybe you find some of those traits in what Mikey was reading.
Well, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like
I'm not sure the one that was for cranes I can't necessarily identify with.
I feel like there are some things in mine that fit. I'm very independent. Yeah, that's always been a thing. Right. Mm-hmm. The inventive, I can be inventive, but like engineering, no, man. I am so bad at math. No.
Would you drive across a bridge that she designed?
I wouldn't. So, no. But entrepreneurship, I mean, that's very true. I mean, I've been doing that.
Yeah.
And excelling in design, I'd say that's also mistrustful. I suppose that is true. Hate to admit that. Overly self-reliant. Yeah, I have that, you know. But you know what's interesting is the Mouflin is my husband and the crane is you, and those are my most compatible signs. And then I'm most compatible with the serpent in this one, and in Chinese zodiac I am the serpent. So, you know, it's interesting. But there are a couple pieces of this where I'm like, yeah, nah, that ain't me, bro.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
But anyway.
And to continue with the bottom line here, it is psychologically it's compelling because I think people have an existential need to associate themselves to something. It explains life and your existence on Earth. And so, yeah, I mean, it is psychologically compelling, but it is scientifically unverified, and you're not going to find a scientist worth their paper their degrees written on.
Yeah, but does it really have to be? I mean, you know, when we're talking about the stars and the, you know, universe and astrology, does it really have to be true to be received? You know what I mean? Like,
no, and there's a lot of stuff in life in this world that can't be explained.
Yeah, that's very true.
And there is a lot of stuff in this life, in this world, that, you know, even while it defies scientific or any other explanation, there's enough anecdotal evidence, I think, personally, to make it worth adhering to, or at least paying attention to.
Right.
So
I would agree with that, Mr. Robin. I would.
And the article wrapped up with the statement that it's less a rediscovered system and more a new myth built from ancient fragments. So maybe that's the safest way to look at this. And I hope everyone enjoyed that. If you are interested, Graham Phillips' book, The Original Zodiac, is available on Amazon.com. It's in paperback. It was certainly less than $20. And if you have the digital downloads, I think it was like $10 or something. So you don't have much to lose. It's probably
if you get it and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Send it back to them. Do that all the time.
You can send back a book if you don't like it, huh?
Yeah.
What do they call that? I'm having a brain moment.
As long as you don't. You mean
return.
A digital book? Yeah, you can return
a book,
a physical book.
Don't you ever return my poetry book, you dicks.
And even if you download digitally, I think they give you a period where you can say, you know,
this wasn't for me, like 30 days or something.
And they'll credit your account. So you have nothing to lose.
Or you have everything to lose. Yeah. I'm kidding.
So if you're
I just wanted to doomsday that a little.
If you're a really fast reader, you download that onto your little tablet.
Oh, you could read it and then send it back and be like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Actually, let's not help humanity suck more. Stop it.
Okay. We're going way off the out of our lane here.
We do that a lot, though.
Yeah. If you have any questions for either Mikey or myself about today's episode or any other darn thing, you can email us at mr.robin@mrrobinshood.com.
Kind of like you love my vest so much. You can email me that.
Or Mikey, and we'll probably get some of that, or Mikey at mrrobinshood.com. You can also find us on Facebook at Mr. Robin's Hood Podcast. As always, you can also reach out to Mikey or me via Podophone at 580-827-1113. Maybe you just want to get something off your chest, or you're feeling some butt pain because of something we said during a podcast. Give us a call. Keep in mind that we aren't actually likely to answer, but you can leave a voicemail. Text us if you have a question, concern, complaint, compliment, suggestion, whatever. Just don't be a dick about it. In the meantime, tell all your friends to listen to this podcast as though their lives depend upon it. As always, you can stream or download episodes of Mr. Robin's Hood Podcast wherever you usually find that sort of nonsense. We're on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, the Podbean app, Apple Podcasts, Player FM, Listen Notes, and Podchaser. You can also stream them directly from our Podbean website at mrrobinshoodpodcast.podbean.com.
For free. And go to Podbean, because then we know you're there.
Yeah, we're able to kind of keep an eye on.
Plus, if you go
numbers.
to YouTube, our video looks like I'm like a Gumby or some shit.
Really?
I'll have to show you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I haven't really gone since.
We're having camera issues, so we're
But the one on Podbean's great. Like, I look like a normal person. I don't look like Gumby, all right? So go to Podbean. Then we know you're there, and I don't look like Gumby, so double whammy.
Okay. So we'll close now by reminding everyone, as we always do, to stay hungry,
stay foolish, and most importantly, stay weird. Bye.